Hey, yeah, what's up? I'm Heth. Heth Jesus Weinstein.
I'm Jed, homeless Weinstein.
Couch rolling. This guy like sleeps on a different couch every night. We know that. Anyway.
And I like bourbon the most.
But I'm drinking Courvoisier. Tonight is the first installment of our show called Buy the Fucking Dip, or BTFD. And we're going to get rolling with some of the conversations that we generally have about it, investing together. And do you want to get like a soapbox or like something that you can stand on a little bit?
I don't know. I'm going to grow a little bit as the show goes on.
But tonight, one of the things I saw today on Facebook, let's get right into it, man, was somebody was like, the Dow's down 354 points, man. So far today, that's 1,300 in the last 2 weeks. It's brutal.
Yeah, but that was the thing. It was a sensationalized post, just like all the everywhere you read. It's always this sensationalization when really it's a minor development.
Yeah,
it's actually good for the economy.
I guess if you're a day trader, it's great that there's been a lot more volatility in the market or whatever.
Yeah.
But did I mention that
because you know what? Buy the fucking dip, my friends.
Ergo, the name of the show. But I guess we should say that before we get into that me and my brother here were kind of like street musicians in New York City for many years. Where am I supposed to look? I don't even know.
Just look at how cool I look. Look at this beard.
And we were starving in the gutter, but we saved all our money, and everything we made, we put into the market and we put into Bitcoin, and we were really like, I guess it was like around 2011 when we started really buying Bitcoin.
Yeah, well, it was a whole YOLO situation. We were just street musicians, and we were dying a slow death as people stopped buying music and started stealing it. And so we were just like, we got to do something. So as we were playing for tips, we just took all those tips and started.
He's trying to say that digital music doesn't make much money for musicians because everyone basically proliferates it and sells it or whatever.
Yeah, and all the streaming sites, they pay about like 1/600th of a penny for every time someone plays it. So
yeah, it's hard to get
rich
off that. You
might as well just steal it because no one's getting any money.
So we bought Bitcoin. That's the whole story. We made our money. You know what I mean? And we were lucky as hell to have had the. I don't know. I guess one of your friends from college was like, buy Bitcoin. And we were like, yeah, okay. And we just YOLO'd. Okay, so now we're going back to what I was saying about this whole crazy, the fear of everything driving the market right now with, tariffs and all that bullshit.
Yep.
Well, we're not using that. We're using that to buy, but we're not freaking out. Like, if it drops 20%, cool, man. Everything is on sale.
Let it drop, man.
Drop.
It's a great time to go shopping for good stocks.
Yeah, these are probably philosophies you guys know, but not some people don't. So we really just want to break it down and give some people, maybe you've never traded stock, maybe you just want to get into it a little bit and just give you some things to think about, some of the things we do to make money, like holding dividend stocks.
I just think, when we were looking at this Facebook post today that someone wrote, and it was very sensationalized, and I had to chime in and just be like, talking about how I think it's a great thing and how
I happen to have it.
Most people don't agree. People are they're like, well, the news says that it's a big deal. It's not a big deal unless.
But then this trader, an actual real investment guru, because some of these people know what they're talking about. He got into it with the guy who posted that the Dow was really down or whatever. And if I'm slurring my words, it's because the Courvoisier is so good.
Okay.
But is this boring yet? I don't know. But anyway, let me tell you what he said. It was really cool. He said that in the big picture, like a 1,300 point drop in the market is within the normal range of a 5% drop that is expected 3 times a year. And if you do the research, you'll find that a yearly pattern dating back to 1930. So also expect a 10% drop once a year and a 20% drop every 3 to 5 years. And we haven't seen a 20% drop in the last 10 years. And this is Rocket, the Wonder Cat. One of the most amazing investments I ever made was when I went down to the ASPCA and grabbed this little puppy. He has paid off in many ways.
And his portfolio is quite diversified.
Yes.
He's got greenies.
He has Petramol, Science Diet. He's well invested in Science Diet, man. And
he's all in on Whiskalickins.
And we're back. So I'd like to just say that there's a couple things that I think need to be stressed. That for decades the media has been using this fear situation to I guess move the market a little bit and make people buy on the dips, which is what we're all about. You need that up and down to make money. That's how the market works. It doesn't go up, up, up. And you know, like people get in the market. I was reading this book how a billionaire he knew got into the market, and at his behest, and he was like, "You got to get in the market. Hey, you're crowding me out. Let me get in the picture."
Okay.
Again, move over.
All right, a little bit.
So, and the guy was like, so he invested, like, he took $1 million and put it in the market. And he's like, dude, you know, he called him up the next day. I'm down several $1,000s. He didn't understand.
Yeah, he wanted to get out of the market.
Yeah, he wanted to leave the market. He did not understand the movements and, you know, of what's happening. So, you know, I mean, we go up and down like major, you know, majorly. Like everyone is, if you're invested, unless you're a trader in day to day and then you're trying to like buy GE, Kroger, fucking, you know, what are people buying right now to try to, in their recover modes?
MU, Tesla.
Yeah, well, not Tesla, I don't know.
People like that because they like to gamble.
I know. Tesla, I mean, I'm buying oil stocks. I'm saying fuck you to Tesla because I think Exxon and XLE and all these things that are, you know, coming up right now, the oil market's starting to rally, you know?
The Utes.
And I definitely don't think that we're going to be running the Tesla type technology is going to be dominating the market, especially in emerging markets in the next, like, you know, and maybe in our lifetimes. I mean, there's still a huge need for oil, and especially we're seeing that with barrel of oil hitting so high right now.
Yeah, well, I mean, if you look at like Silicon Alley, like that does not represent the world on any level. That's a fucking little bubble, and people think, oh, well, it's going to happen now because there's like.
What are you talking about? You're talking about
all the automation and all technology, like and
name a stock you're talking about.
Talking about Google, and I'm talking about Amazon and Apple and all these things that it's not. We're not off oil. We're not off electricity. It's all. The whole world is.
You're trying to say that tech is a bubble?
No, I'm saying that people think that that we're not oil dependent anymore, and that the world isn't. The world is completely oil dependent and will be for decades.
What does that have to do with Silicon Alley? I don't get what you're saying.
Because over there, everything's automated, and everyone's on a bike, and everyone has an electric car. And,
I know. It's not like in El Salvador.
Living the future.
People aren't driving Teslas, whatever, again, in third world countries. But I guess that what we're just trying to say is, like, you know, this is just the first installment. We're going to discuss, like, the daily topics that we come up with, you know, that we kind of, like, come across during the day. And, you know, I'm going to be growing my hair and my beard as much as possible, you know, as much as we can during that period.
And, I mean, I did my hair earlier today, but it didn't really hold up.
Well, you haven't, you know, you worked your ass off today.
Yeah.
So,
and we're trying to keep pumping money into the market, especially on these beautiful days like this when it goes down so much. And then during that week, you know, you always find these great little opportunities to buy and to hopefully to buy more of what you already have.
Yeah, so don't panic on these dips. This is a very viable time. The market is still expanding. You know, it's boom bust, boom bust, boom bust. We know that. And right now we haven't hit euphoria, you know, right before, you know, this whole thing tanks, which I think will probably, you know, we're going to see. When inflation hits, we're going to see stocks more devalued, and that's going to happen probably, you know, maybe by the end of the summer. A couple more rate hikes, but that's time to buy,
maybe
man.
not. Yeah.
Or
Either
maybe
way,
not.
it doesn't matter because at least for the type of investments that we like to do, it's all long term, and it's all about buying good companies at cheap prices.
And just as like our parents always told us, my father's a big trader. He always says the market is inscrutable, and that is true. You can never predict the market. Like. You know, pile into a trade and you'll be like, oh, as soon as it gets up a few bucks, I'm just going to sell this.
Yep.
And, you know, then you're stuck owning it. But, you know, that's when you become a stuck trader. And you don't want to be a stuck trader. It's better to know where you're going with your, you know, your positions and what you're trying to achieve. I bought a lot of AT&T recently, which is continuing to go down. But when you buy a stock, it always goes down for a while because you're buying a devalued stock.
You're buying it on the way down.
Yeah. I mean, that doesn't mean that I know what the hell I'm doing, but I don't care about holding AT&T. I would hold it and give it to my children's children. You know what I mean? It's one of the most amazing blue chips.
I'll give it to my cat's kittens.
Yeah, I'll give it to the children of the kittens because these beautiful, you know, blue chips, they're not going anywhere. You can put all your money in there, and you know we're looking 10 years down the line. In fact, let me talk about AT&T.
Okay.
I just read if you put 10 grand in AT&T, and you're using the dividend reinvestment program, which you know is the 8th wonder of the world. People don't understand, you know, the way compounding. Yep, beautiful. When I say it, compounding. Say it with me.
Everybody, compounding.
Yeah, and that is like the most amazing thing. If you look at a 10-year thing,
Right.
they're saying $10,000 invested in AT&T is going to get you over $34,000 in 10 years.
Just let it sit there and go, read a
go
book.
smoke a bone, man, and read a book.
Read a book.
But anyway, I love AT&T.
I'll let you
In fact, I'd like to kiss it, and I want to just hold it and be with it at all times, because I feel like the dividend, 50 cents a share. I mean, if you buy 4,000 shares of AT&T, that means you're getting $10,000 a year just to hold it.
Yep.
Who cares about the principal?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yep. And
That's the biggest thing you can think of is just set it and forget it.
so in conclusion, we just want to say thanks for coming to our first episode of BTFD. And
I'm Heth Jesus Weinstein.
Yep. And I'm Heth. I'm that other
You
guy.
don't know your name.
I'm that other guy.
He doesn't know. He's my brother.
I don't know. It's not even important.
Why is he so gray and he is so dark?
It's like Hall & Oates, man.
I know. I don't get it. But God played a weird trick on us in terms of our genetic.
We are brothers.
Yeah.
And so just thanks for coming. And we're going to keep doing this because there's a lot of people out there that need to know how to get into the stock market. And
I have so much to tell you. I can't even tell you. Like right now, I just want to talk about frugality. I bought this shirt for $1. Yes, it looks like I did. But the point is, I didn't spend money. Do not spend money.
We don't
That's
spend
the other
money
way
on
to be
shaving
rich.
cream, razors.
Yeah, don't buy razors and shaving cream. Just grow your friggin'
Grow your shrubs, gentlemen.
Even if you're a girl, grow your beard.
Grow it.
Grow your shrub wherever that shrub may be at this time. Who knows at this time? And definitely, I've been investing in VAG for years. So I think you should all go down on that one.